Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel.
Yes.
How's it going?
Hot.
Hot.
Hot
It's
damn hot.
hot. This is about to be my new workout. Watch.
The brim is not even full enough for me. I need it all where it's like big ass sun hat. Cover it all.
Shout out to everybody that's tapping. If you tap in late, make sure to hit the replay. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Girl Chat Sports on YouTube. You can always catch the replays, watch again. But let's just talk about the weather for a second because this is no joke. We've been at 100. I think it's I don't know. They said that once this week is over, we might have tied or beat our record for consecutive days over
We're in a
100.
heat
And
advisory till Saturday. Just put it into that perspective. We're in an excessive heat advisory till Saturday, 8 o'clock in the evening.
it's
When it's
going
still
on
gonna be
next
like
week. What?
102.
It's still going on next week. What do you mean?
No, my phone reads heat advisory till Saturday the 22nd, 8 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, well, according to those temperatures, it's staying in the 110s and above all days except for possibly Tuesday.
I think the heat advisory is when it hits the 115, 116, 117. That's why it's that. Anything under that, it's like, nah, same thing. The desert people, every summer we got to brace for this. We
And can
complain
we
when it's
talk
too
about the
cold.
people that were chasing to Death Valley just so they could experience 130-degree weather?
Yeah, I saw that. It's still not the preheat of an oven. A preheat of an oven starts at 170, so you're still not an oven yet. When you get to that,
I,
that's when the blisters start showing. You cooking for
I,
real.
I don't want to know any of that. I
I,
don't want to.
I
I
think once it's
don't.
118, 115, 116, 114, I feel like it's all the same.
Anything
It's just
over
hot.
109 is it. Like,
It's hot.
that's it.
It don't even matter. It's hot.
It's so hot
I'm
that
sitting.
I couldn't even go to the pool this week. I went to the pool briefly on Saturday, and that was I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
Well, I did the pool, and it felt like bath water, but I still got in there. I didn't care. It was still cooler than what was me standing out there. And shout out to drying off healthy fast too, getting ready for your next mission because of the heat.
Man, the mission. I'm still trying to regain my sleep and everything. I mean, I don't do a whole lot, and especially when it's hot, hot. There was just so much going on this weekend. We did a lot, and it's
Yeah, there's a
just
lot. There's
I'm
a
just
lot.
trying to recoup still. So, I
A
mean,
lot.
there's that.
Yeah, it's a
There's
lot, but
that.
it's hot, guys. It's just hot. I'm not about to get into this whole well, what temp. It's hot. Just take my word for it. It's dry hot. It's not humid, thank God. There were some hailstorms on Sunday. Some people may have faced humidity, but it's hot. I'm just gonna put it. Everybody calls. How is it hot? It's hot. Plain and simple. I can't walk outside
There
because
was a guy on
it's
the
hot.
news today that was showing how he cooked hot dogs on his car antenna.
The best breakfast is gonna be the cast iron skillet summers. Put your cast iron skillet out there, everybody, and just fry up an egg, ham, steak,
I
whatever you
just
need to do. You don't need
yeah,
to turn on no
no.
appliances. You can just go out there and go to town, right on your
I don't
sidewalk with a
I
cast
don't want
iron.
no parts of any of that. It's just
Feel like I am that. Jeez.
yeah. I did want to share since another thing that's hot in the news right now. I don't know if you got any, but Powerball is basically $1 billion.
Yeah, I saw
The
that.
cash out is over a 500 and something million for a lump sum. Um, I
Yeah, the
personally
family
am.
got tickets. Family
My
got
mom got me
tickets.
tickets because she's in a small town in Montana, so I feel like my odds are with me because it's always some like elderly, older person in a small random town. So I'm keeping faith alive that Montana pulls through, and I can at least
Yeah.
get me a cool 10 grand, 10 million. Give me one of them little Powerball action, something.
Like I said, if I come up, everybody's coming up. So
Hello.
I hope
Listen, our podcast
my
gonna
dad got
be
tickets. He
with a
says, "Well,
setup
if
at
I
the
got it, you
pool
got
every
it." So
day.
yeah, my dad was like, I went to state line and got tickets, so if I win, we all win. I said, "Oh, good."
That's what's up. All right, Mr. Threets, I believe that.
I believe it, but Miss Three said, "No, I don't get none of it." I was like, "What?"
Thanks, Mom. Dang.
Right. Dang, she's brutal.
I don't know. It's just too much going on. I did want to share. I don't know if you saw the viral video of the Ethiopian, I guess he's Ethiopian, black kid who wants to be Mexican because he loved quesadillas. Like his mom shot a
Oh, he
whole
was
viral
crying.
video. I want to be Mexican. Well, the Mexican national soccer team met up with him. His name is Xavion, I believe it is. And so I just had to show this little video because it's just so heartwarming because he really loves his quesadillas and wants to be Mexican.
Who don't like a
Oh, Fabian.
Right.
How are you?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Hey, you open?
Huh? Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
Yes.
These are for me?
J for you.
Oh, cool. And a jersey?
Yes.
Cool. And the shorts.
Yes.
There's so much stuff. Cheese.
Estaba disfrutando sus quesadillas.
Got his quesadilla and a little
Got-
jersey. It's super cute.
Super cute.
He's like, I get the jersey too?
He's like, this too? Oh, man.
Yeah, he was in heaven.
Right. Hey, what's up? I think that's Jonathan.
That's
Sports
Jonathan,
for you.
yeah,
We
Sports for
appreciate
you. What's
you. Thanks for checking in. It's just, yeah, I got the fan blowing behind me or in front of me. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I also, you shared this with me and I couldn't believe it. And I did some research on it because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So the Tour de France, of course, is taking place right now.
Right.
During stage 15, which was on Sunday, there was an incident where one of the fans, I hadn't realized how close these fans are on the road when the guys are flying by in their bikes. I guess when the fans trying to take a selfie and it barely grazed a handlebar of one of the bikers, which caused a 20 biker
Yeah,
pile.
collision. Crash
They all
collision.
end up being able to
Pileup.
finish the stage successfully, but I wanted to show a slow little video from it, as well as some of the still pictures as to just how close fans come. Like you can barely get through some of the streets when they're so packed with fans. It's just ridiculous. Here's a little video.
Good, today is okay. Adam, you're okay? You're in front? Yes, yes, we are both in the front. Good, today is okay. Adam, you're okay? You're in front? Yes, yes, we are both in the front.
I mean,
I need people to stop taking selfies.
like it's one thing
And
to
the
be
next-
by. I mean, I know you can't rope off the entire course because it's like 30 some miles a day or
Right.
whatnot. And some of the places that are like uninhabited, I get there's nobody there. But when it gets closer to towns or cities, people are out there and they have no regard for just the road the bikers need, which is crazy. So that's like a fan hookador right there. I was
Miranda Lambert tried to tell folks she had a group of women taking a selfie in the front row. Let them have it. You're blocking fans. You're blocking the experience. I have to stop my show because you 12 ladies want to take a selfie right in front of my performance.
stopping a whole
What is going on,
show.
people? I need y'all to stop it. I get it. You're the Tour de France. It's awesome. But can't you do one of those far angles where the elbow's not in the midst of...
Get your
where
selfie
everyone's
stick
cycling?
out and just get the right I mean, do I need to
Yes.
go out there and
And
teach
turn another
everybody
way.
the selfie stick game? I mean,
Right, like you're trying to be up close and personal with the bikers. They're trying to pedal and win a competition. And here you go with a pile up, causing a pile
it's
up.
wild. It's wild. One of the other Jugadores Locos we got is an update. We talked about Tiger Woods getting sued by his ex-girlfriend because she got tricked on going on vacation, but really it was a drop her off at the airport saying she got locked out. She was suing him for $30 million,
Right.
basically because he had told her apparently that he agreed to allow her to live there for like 11 years, and she still had like 6 more years to go. Well, since the NDA is still being heard in court to see if it's valid or not, she's revoked her $30 million lawsuit against him. She's dropped it. And until the NDA gets basically ruled on, if it is valid, she'll have to dispute with him in a private arbitration because part of the NDA is you can't go to court with it.
Right.
With any issues. If the NDA is found to not be valid, then she is able to reopen and refile this $30 million claim. So I just,
$30 million, huh?
I mean, it's an NDA. What do you
$30 million to get dumped.
30 months, because this is what it is. It's based off of her being able to live in a similar style house for the next 6 years that she was promised. Ain't nobody got Tiger Woods money. Why do you trying to keep up with the Joneses and thinking that you need to be living in a multi-million-dollar mansion near a beach for 6 years because he said he'd let you live with him for 11?
Have you lived with Tiger?
I haven't, but I
Well,
guess
we don't know.
I guess
We
it's
don't
the
know what
thing.
We don't know what this character's into. He could be into some crazy, weird, freaky stuff that she had to put up and endure. We don't know what living with Tiger's like. It might
Well, yeah,
be
I mean,
worth 30
I
million.
understand if it's like a sexual harassment case, like she initially has said, but she was basing the value of the lawsuit off of her lifestyle at the time and what she would need to recoup that.
Okay,
It's
her
not true.
lifestyle with Tiger was probably very interesting. He probably had her doing some
It
crazy stuff.
wasn't his wife. His wife got paid, I'm sure. She's taking care of kids. Girlfriends
Let
don't
these
really
women
got
live
that.
and get their money.
I just...
Are we for the women?
We are,
He should have never
but I
chose
just...
her. That's on him. He should have never
Listen,
chose
we
her.
are for the women, but sometimes women be making some
I'm for the women. He
some
chose her.
choices.
He made poor
Some
choices. He knew what he got when he got her and she got in that house. You made that choice, Tiger. This is what you get. Choose better and choose wisely. Choose smart.
Do
That ain't her
better,
fault.
Tiger. Do better. Jeez.
Do better. It's the right ones. This is what you get. Didn't nobody tell you to go after her?
Well, we know how that
Didn't
goes.
nobody tell
I'm
you to move
sure.
her in either?
All of that. All of that.
Dude, do your homework before you be moving these chicks in. That's on you. I ain't mad at homegirl. Sometimes you gotta
he's
go.
not doing no homework. I
Yeah,
mean,
sometimes you gotta do your research. One Google ain't gonna be enough for you, Tiger. Hire a private investigator. Look into these girls' backgrounds. Know who you dealing with. Like, I don't understand it. It's on you, homeboy.
maybe she didn't have nothing in her background. We don't know that.
She may
I don't
not.
know.
She may not have. But again, he chose her. He chose her.
Let's get into some Vegas news, some Vegas sports. One that's not really sports related, but perhaps, maybe she did play some sports. Barbie is going world crazy right now because
And
the new
that's why I'm
movie
wearing my
came
Barbie
out.
pink tonight.
Oh, yeah? You going to Circa?
I want to. I
I
got
do
to see
too.
this.
So Barbie fever is sweeping the nation. Circa Hotel is one of them. They're having a Barbie takeover that's going on now until Sunday. You see they've got the whole hotel no longer in blue. It's in pink. They've got some pop-up
Love it.
stadium swim. They've got specialized drinks that are pink. So if you're in the Barbie mood and want some Barbie fun, you got to make your way down to...
I want to go to that Barbie hotel. I got to go over there and see that. I got to. I grew up with too many Barbies in my life to not do this.
I gotta find pink though, because I really don't wear pink. Like pink ain't my color. So
Pink used to be my favorite color as a kid growing up.
I
But
do
got
have
my
some
pink
pink
lipstick.
Jordans, so I guess I'll just do that maybe.
Gonna be sporty Barbie.
Sporty Barbie.
Aerobics
Yeah,
Barbie.
Exactly.
Aerobics
Hey,
Barbie.
so we're gonna talk about the WNBA All-Star Weekend in a minute, but let's get it. Let's talk about the Aces first because they're coming back tomorrow in Seattle. They'll be playing Seattle for their first game back from All-Star break, and they got a 3-game
on Amazon Prime, right?
Amazon Prime, which is great since they like to block those games out here locally, which is ridiculous. They also got their invite to the White House. Good. Finally.
Well, we knew that was going to happen. See, what happens is what people don't understand. When Asia called that out, I understood what you were saying, but at the same time, it's like you don't get an invitation until you do the road games going that way.
But even though, I mean, they could have announced, I mean, they had the schedule earlier. I mean, the schedule's been set since what, May, late April. So they could have easily been like, oh yeah, we see you're in DC August 26th. Let's have you come to that White House.
That's what they do with all the teams. We don't know they're going to the White House until they announce it.
Man, listen, the Chiefs have been there, and there was only like a 2 months after their break, after they won the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, that's NFL though. That's different. We're talking NBA. NBA players go through the same thing. They don't go
I
to the
know.
White House
It's
until they
just
do a road game
sad that you could
when
have
they
just
go to
announced
Washington.
this when the season started. Like, okay, we got the schedule lined up. The Aces will be in DC on the 26th of August. Let's bring them to the White House on the 25th. No,
They could have done that.
they should have. They
They
should have.
could have.
But they are going. They will be at the White House August 25th. You can actually, I've RSVP'd to see if I can get in there. You know, my homegirl Litzy just moved to DC. I feel like it's a good time to go on a weekend trip to DC, watch the girls in the White House, catch a game. You know, we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see how
do
it
it.
goes.
But
They
I knew
also
they were
got
going to go to the White House after she said that. Like I knew that was
oh
going to
yeah.
happen.
Well, of course they were. They're the champions. They've got to. But
Well, yeah.
they also set the time for the Commissioner's Cup, so the Aces will face off with the Liberty on the August 15th here in Las Vegas. Tickets went on sale, I believe it was they go on sale this Friday. The season ticket holders had first access already. So
Yeah.
that gets put in the middle of like I think it's like a 4 or 5 game homestead, so they're gonna have a lot of home games.
Yeah, that's
that
good.
week.
A lot of fans come show out, sell out, do all of that.
Yeah,
For them.
and it sounds like Candace and Raquana are still going to be out. So they signed Ashley Jones,
Right.
and she used to play for the Wings, but got waived the end of June. So she's from Iowa State. She's had a good history, but because it's like an emergency hardship contract, because I guess we're under 10 players or at 10 players, which is
Yeah, we need
wild.
that though. That'll work.
Yeah. It'll work. It'll work. And we
Don't have
definitely
to.
need to talk about, I've got one for you in case you didn't get one at the game. But they've
Ooh,
got the ladies on the cover of the Slam magazine, the
nice.
W Slam. So this features our 4 Las Vegas Aces that were part of the championship starting 5 last year. I got a quick video from. They announced this during the All-Star weekend. They had like W Slam had a whole party for them.
Nice.
Yeah, so here's a quick little clip of what it was like for the ladies when they first saw it.
I need my phone. Hey, that's her, and that's her. That's her. Wait a minute. That's me. Wait a minute. And that's her. That's it, clean. All right, now we got clean.
Wow.
They was getting it. They was getting it in, that's for sure. We definitely are going to discuss some WNBA All-Star here in a second too, but I did want to just mention before we move on to that, some of our Vegas sports as we got the Lights FC are back this week on Saturday. They're doing this dope thing where you get $100 merch credit for merchandise and a 4-pack of tickets for basically the same price as 4 tickets. So you get 4 sideline reserve tickets and $100 merch credit.
Is that a llama on the t-shirt?
Yes.
I'm all for it.
All over it, right?
You got me signed up.
We got to get one of these 4-packs so we can just get a couple t-shirts.
Yeah, I need that llama shirt. I need the llama shirt.
Also, for those in Vegas or the Summerlin area, or if you plan on being in downtown Summerlin, just be aware this weekend because the Battle for Vegas is happening, which is, of course, the team Golden Knights versus Team Raiders. Riley Smith is the team captain for the Golden Knights, and Max Crosby is the captain for the Raiders. They've got their charity softball game on Saturday. Starts at 7 with the home run derby. Then the first pitch of the game is at 8. I guess they have fireworks afterwards too. But the thing too to remember about downtown Summerlin is that they're having their very first fan fest. It's a 2-day event. So it's going to be Friday evening from 4 to 9, Saturday 9 to 2. And I actually had planned to be at brunch on Saturday in downtown Summerlin. And now we have to find a new location because we're not trying to battle.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot.
We're not going to battle with all that traffic. Just make sure you stay cool, stay hydrated. They've already announced, check out VGK Ladies. They have the schedule of the Golden Knight players that are going to be there to sign autographs during Fan Fest. So big shout out to them. Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
gonna
a
be a
it's
good
gonna be a
time.
big
It's gonna
deal.
be good.
And something I didn't realize until I got a sponsored ad on my Instagram was that Manchester United is here at the end of the month.
Oh boy,
I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
Manchester United is having, I guess they have like a whole USA tour. And they're going to be at Allegiant Stadium July 30th versus Borussia Dortmund,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess. Yeah, so big soccer things happening here at Allegiant
Oh
Stadium
yeah.
July 30th. All right. We got to get into some All-Star. Let me just start with how dope it was. This was a sold-out game for the All-Star game. And the crowd was phenomenal. It was
Yeah.
loud.
They were.
So check this out.
MVP, a five-time All-Star, two-time champion from the Las Vegas Aces, the point guard, Chelsea Gray.
So many people were there.
Electric.
So many athletes, celebrities. There's just a few. So you saw Sue Bird. There was a whole WNBA Legends row, pretty much.
Right.
So Swoops, Kevin Durant was there, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, Tracy McGrady.
You know, my boy the Brow was there. Street Clothes was there.
Yes,
I
Street Clothes.
mean,
Anthony Davis was there.
Yeah.
I mean, Billups
it was
there.
it was what it was needed and necessary. WNBA and NBA all coincide. We need to see that more often. Shout out to all the Aces fans that got tickets early that was sold out, that represented for the home host team, because they were out there. They were there deep.
It was really cool. There was the event, the WNBA Live, that I got to go to Thursday night as like a prequel to like seeing things happen. So I got to take all these dope pictures. The sports bra, that one that's from Portland that we've tried getting on the show before. We're definitely gonna get her on now. So
yeah, right.
I talked with her. There was just amazing, and some dope stuff. And I want to just share real quickly. If you go to our Girl Chat Sports Instagram, I have a few videos of what inside was like, the jerseys, this dope little tote that I got to make with my own little stickers and stuff. Yes. And then US Bank had where you could make your own fanny pack, personalized. Right? Because who doesn't love a fanny pack? And it goes
right.
with
And who doesn't need one to get into these
bucket
sporting
hat.
events? It's perfect.
I'm saying.
Yeah, very
and
cute.
then I got to show the video because I got a whole bag of this. This bag that was given away is not for sale. It's not anything like that. But I want to show you what the members of the NBA All-Star Game got, and then what we have, and what I have to show you and to give you, of course, as well.
Mael, you have also a mind. Get him in there. I see something. Oh my God. Great blessings for real. Is it a bonnet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a bonnet.
Stop it.
So Mael,
the
shout out to
tote
them. I talked with one of the owners there and their PR person. Hopefully we'll get them on the show one time. But they gave us that same exact bag, tons of product. That I got some for you. There's a couple that I keep. There'll be a bonnet for you, Mo, because I know that's going to work well. But dope things.
Yeah.
So much stuff. I mean, it was just an incredible.
Yes, to the swag bag. I'll take it. Thank you very much for thinking of me and the hair care products. Thank you.
Hair care products.
Have
hair
my
care
locks
products.
just popping.
Yes, locks popping.
Right. Have them popping. Shining and glistening, and then my bonnet swag. Okay.
I was a little surprised. I don't know if anybody else was, that Team Stewart won. I assumed Team Wilson hands down was.
Remember, I
win
told you they probably were going to do a gimme last week. I told you, I said it's probably going to be Team Stewart because they're probably going to have to give them a gimme because they got to get ready for these games. So when I was like Team Stewart, that's the gimme.
Well, you know what it was too? It's that 4-point bubble because Sabrina hit like 3 in a row. I think they had a total of like 12 or 14 fours that were completed, 4-pointers that were made in the whole game. I think like that was it. I feel like those 12 points that Sabrina just had on 4-pointers was
She was
video.
playing up. The girls on 18 Major weren't really playing up. They were actually having a good time. So I was like,
Yeah, it
I
was.
can see it being Team Stewie.
I
But
wish
people
they
were
would
like,
be
oh, they're gonna
playing a
come
little.
back.
I wish they were playing a little bit harder, but I get it. It's All-Star Weekend, but it was kind of like, dang, like the power that was on Team Wilson just.
And they don't get the breaks like the NBA gets their breaks. So
No,
it's like you
at
got to go
all.
back into full swing and Commissioner's Cup championship and all of that.
So it was really good to see all those WNBA players that were there. I mean, we saw like Ty was there. Ty was suited and booted.
yeah, Ty got a
Yes.
little dude. Yes,
I mean,
that.
Dearica was there. There were some WNBA players that didn't to go on vacation or take the time off and decide to come celebrate it and do the big thing in Las Vegas. And shout out to Sports for You, because this is a very valid point, because what we witnessed too is that Friday was a skill challenge.
That was a grind my gears moment out of this whole thing, was the fact that the skills competition.
They had the skills challenge, the 3-point contest on Friday at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I'm sorry. People aren't even getting up from partying for 1 o'clock games.
People
let alone making it.
I mean, we're hosting this home city. You got fans that want to go to this thing and can't even go. I.e., my brother and other season ticket holders. They work.
No one's I took the day off because I knew this was what was going to happen. I took the afternoon off. And I feel like this is just, and what's sad is I had a coworker and this is what happened to me when I first saw the tickets on our Access app. They said 4 o'clock, and you had to confirm. I had to like reach back out, like, why is it 4 when the ESPN saying 1? And so I had a coworker that came down at 3 o'clock thinking the thing was at 4, and she missed the entire thing.
Yeah, of course, because they were doing what, Eastern time, 4 p.m. of the 1 o'clock.
I don't know.
First of all, either way, the thing should have started at 7 o'clock.
Or 5. 5, like the All-Star. I mean, people can leave work an hour early. I mean, 5 o'clock, 5:30. We had
7. Make it a nighttime.
But that's 10 o'clock on the East Coast too.
That's okay. Games should be lasted till 10. What do we care? We're on the West. 7 o'clock.
I just feel like an evening competition, especially when you have the WNBA live. So you've got people that are going to that fan fest, trying to meet players, trying to see things,
and then they can go home and shower and change and get ready for the evening events. No celebrity game in the afternoon. No, none of that. They didn't have none of that.
We need a celebrity game. That would be pretty.
That was cheesy and whack as all. Oh my god, that was whack as all get out.
But what wasn't whack was Sabrina hitting 37 points in that 3-point contest, only missing 2, basically making history in the WNBA and NBA 3-point contest, beating out Stephen Curry.
They had it too early. Wish you could have been there to see it. Don't know. Don't know nothing about it because I couldn't see it.
I saw it, but I mean, I don't know.
That's awful.
And Jewel Lloyd, Gold Mamba, got the MVP for the All-Star game. Nice. However, had Team Wilson won, Kelsey would have got it the second in a row because she had 30 points for Team Wilson.
Can we talk about the new trophy now this time? That the trophy's way better than last year's MVP trophy?
Listen, I wish I had the picture, but Jewel Lloyd with she went for, it was a complete upgrade. Kelsey Plum had this, cup. And Jewel Lloyd was holding hers like
big glass.
But listen, Kelsey and Chelsea did win the skills competition, and those trophies were decent size. So those two are going home with them. They're going to be adding more hardware to their medals and their achievement cabinets.
That's good. But that trophy, they were like, we heard your cries. We heard the situation.
Wild.
Trophy, and they did. They brought it.
Brittany Griner had a dunk.
Split screen picture of Kelsey holding the little one.
Yes. Yeah, do it. I had made a tweet about it when it first happened, but it was just kind of like
I totally forgot. I meant to do that. I was like, oh shit.
Brittany Griner had a dunk in the contest. It was great to have Brittany there All-Star game, of course, because last year everybody wore Brittany Griner jerseys during the second half. And prior to the All-Star game, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had announced that next year's All-Star game will be in Phoenix. So during the game, they made the announcement and passing the baton off to Brittany in the Phoenix game. People are kind of speculating that this could be Diana Taurasi's last year next season, so that could be a reason why they're bringing it to Phoenix. But
could be. We never know.
All I gotta say is, if it was 109 here, it was 115 in Phoenix, and it's gonna be
the heat's gonna be the heat. But I hope that they do a better planning of and executing of not only orange carpet, because you talked about that as a media standpoint, and having that skills competition later in the day.
Yeah, so if you go to our Instagram at Girl Chat Sports or to our Twitter at Girl Chat Sports, I did post kind of all the looks that we saw on the orange carpet Friday night, which was cool, except for Brittany wasn't there. Asia didn't show up. I'm guessing they were running late because of all the other. It sounded like from the athletes' perspective, they had like a schedule that they had to keep on. They had alerts in their phones. They had places to be, events to go to. And the orange carpet was, it was a cattle call. It was hard to get up in there. It was hard to be there, especially as media. It was kind of like, I get it. Like, no, we're not on the news. So I get the news outlet being there, but it's kind of like
Right.
us as well as a few others, Miss Bollandee, a couple, Audacity, whatever. We were all there
Right.
kind of like, we've been covering these girls for 5-6 years now, or these women, and nobody here was here. When we had the All-Star game in 2019, there was maybe 15 media people there. 15.
Right.
So I applaud that the WNBA is growing, that more people are getting attention to it, but it's kind of like we've been here and we're in Las Vegas. We've been doing this for you guys.
But make the necessary accommodations to make that space a little bigger for everyone. That's all. Just make the
they chose can't remember where it was last time. I feel like it was in the same way, but it was opposite. But they couldn't really close down the fans, so fans are walking all the way behind it as well. Then there's a rope off section for some media. Then there's another real rope off section from. It was a lot.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah,
get it together. Maybe in Phoenix they will, and maybe they'll move that skills competition. If I got to create a petition to move that skills competition later.
Why don't you? And I had posted this in the WNBA is life group on Facebook, as well as the two WNBA fan groups, and I got a lot of responses. Many of them did believe that this should have been later in the day, and that a lot of people could have been there if it were later in the day. So it's sad that because the skills competition, it was maybe half full. There was not that many people there. I mean, it wasn't like the All-Star game for sure.
Because it's in the middle of the afternoon. People
exactly.
are sunbathing.
It wasn't even afternoon. I feel like it was it's like a late morning. 1:00 for me is like late morning. So I don't even know how that
was
it's
out
a whole lot.
They were out of line.
It was nice seeing Dwayne Wade there because he is now joining the Chicago Sky ownership group. Yeah, so it was cool seeing him there supporting. But it was great to see the support, the people there, the outfits. The swag, the different
outfits are getting better. I'm not going to say they're great, but the outfits are getting better.
Most of them have stylists now. Whenever you see most of them, they're tagging their stylists in it. So a lot of them have stylists. Not all
stylists are gold.
Because there are a couple that's
not all stylists are gold. I'm just saying it's getting better.
No.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
No shade. It's getting better.
Yeah.
I like what Stewie had on. I loved her white suit. I loved what Kelsey Plum was wearing. At SC.
Kelsey and Darren look great.
Dope. But I didn't get to see on orange carpet. But what Stewie had on in that white suit was clean. Seeing her at Wynn, she fit right on in with the whole situation that was out there.
The vibe was hot. I mean, some of them really pulled it out, and
they did.
Some of them,
and then some were kind of like maybe
Chelsea had those silver Adidas like golf kind of loafers on. Those were hot. I love me like a shiny metallic silver. So those things were fire. I did enjoy. I liked hers a lot.
They're getting better. Like I said, they're getting better. They're not at their best, but they're getting better.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah,
we'll move on to some baseball. So All-Star game, yes, was amazing. Baseball coming up. Hey, wanted to give a quick shout out to local Las Vegas and former guest of ours. Way back when he was probably just about your height or my height. Camden Perry, yes. He actually graduated from Bishop Gorman and got drafted to the Texas Rangers. I seen him and his dad both be posting on Facebook about him signing the contract. So it's official. Got a Texas Ranger right here.
Go ahead, Camden.
That's so
we're proud of you.
Also, in some
long hair, he's like a full-on man now.
Yeah, he's like a man now. Like when we met him, he was like a boy. He was like maybe 14 or 13.
If that, I want to say like 13. He hadn't even entered high school yet.
We gotta find that pic of us together and post that or something.
Yeah.
Baseball yesterday was a historic moment. Look at these scores.
I know.
Look at these scores. There were 12 double-digit scores all in one day of baseball yesterday. This is the first time, or The last time it's happened was 1894.
Well, I'm so happy that the Dodgers were a part of that elite group.
Well, the Mariners were, but on the opposite side of things.
Yeah, the Twins is not their problem right now. A little bit. They're not really a problem, but it's just like, dang, guys.
I mean, the Mariners finally got to 500. They're at home right now. Shout out to my brother right now, where I'm supposed to be. My brother's in a suite at the game right now, and I was supposed to be there.
Nice.
But between this weekend and everything else, it was just a lot. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to your Dodgers too. That was cool. And they also talked about the new 2024 schedule for Major League Baseball for next season came out. A lot of teams had different ways of doing it. If you check out the Mariners Twitter, they used a different movie from every location of the games they were playing, which was really cool. I enjoy that thoroughly. But we talked about the sole game between your Dodgers and was it the Padres?
Yeah.
So that's like that kicks off the baseball season. But opening day shows all 30 teams will be playing on opening day, which is March 28th. And it's not even like the season's over and we're already talking about next season.
Oh my God, we're playing the Cardinals? Are you kidding me right now?
And we play the Red Sox. Like we don't ever see the Red Sox in Seattle.
I don't want to see the Cardinals. I really don't. I don't want to hear somebody's mouth that's a Cardinal.
Well, look at that. The Yankees and the Astros going at it.
That's going to be a good matchup. That one's going to be really
the
good.
Giants and the Padres. Oh,
I'll take that.
There's some good matchups, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, it is. God, the Cardinals though.
I know. The trade deadline for baseball is August 1st, so there continues to be this uproar into where Shohei Ohtani is going to be going. Most likely not going to the Dodgers just because of you guys' money. The money move, not a money move there. You guys don't have much left.
I knew that.
But New York's still in it. I think the Astros are still in it. The Mariners somehow are in it. So we'll see if and when Shohei makes the decision before August 1st, or if he takes the rest of this year and then becomes a free agent. I guess it's. Whew, yeah.
Yeah, I knew we weren't getting Ohtani. That was too wishful thinking. That was not going to happen. I was like, oh my God.
I think the baseball gods were. I mean, but my thing is, I hope he doesn't go to the Astros either. Like, don't go to the Astros.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that now. I don't want that to happen, but.
Yeah, I
don't even want to go into the Yankees. I don't want to see that action either.
I don't either. I mean, listen.
Do what's right, Ohtani. Do it for the people. Do what's right for the people.
Come to Seattle.
The Astros or the Yankees. Do the right thing.
Listen, if he came to Seattle, pretty soon he'd be coming to Vegas because the Mariners would be playing here so much.
Right.
It's really about
you can do us a solid and go to the A's and then extend that to going over to Vegas, maybe.
Yeah, he don't want to be the last team. I mean, he wants to have some kind of chances.
He wants winners. I get it.
Let's move on to football because I'm a big Hard Knocks fan. Like, no matter what's happening, I love my Hard Knocks. However,
this was getting spliced and PG.
It sounds like this season's Hard Knocks with the Jets is about to be booty bad.
G-rated. I swear to God, I'm not watching this.
So apparently, like Rodgers mentioned that it was basically forced down their throats. The Jets didn't want to be on here. They tried to not be on here. Of course, you don't really have an option if you're kind of mediocre team and they pick you. And that's just what it is. But the Jets made it clear from the start they didn't want it. And apparently they're not going to show any of the players getting cut through the season. They also aren't going to be providing them as much access as previous teams have done so. So we may not see them at home.
You're not going to see home life. You're not going to see nothing. It's the most spliced and diced. It's not a good.
We're going to see basically a practice game every week.
You're going to watch training camp. That's what you're going to watch.
No one's going to be mic'd up.
Nope. And I doubt you'll see Aaron Rodgers in any candid form or fashion with him. Nope. He's going to avoid it at all costs. I guarantee it.
None of it. Now it's time to talk about your guy as well as a couple others because the running backs are holding out. And one of those being Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard. However, Tony Pollard did sign his franchise tag this year. But the thing is that Saquon's basically has mentioned that he can wait out the season then.
He gonna have to.
But will Josh?
Well, I don't know because it's going off of what the market about. Let's kick the ballistics, okay? Running backs are not getting the money that Christian McCaffrey got, Nick Chubb got, none of that. Zeke got money and then got cut because of his lack of performance. He ran for 26 yards last season, got cut this past March. Running backs are not the high ticket players that they used to be. The Alvin Kamaras, all of that got that plus 12 million in their future. You're not going to see that from a running back ever again anymore in life. The franchises aren't going to do it. So we franchise Josh Jacobs. He's going to see what's the going rate for a running back. And sadly, the $10 million that he's expected to get extra more, he probably is not going to get, which is unfortunate, which is going to result in Josh Jacobs signing a 1-year deal with the Raiders and moving on to someone else.
Moving on.
And there it is.
But that's the thing is that a lot of these running backs aren't getting paid what they should be, and they're getting drafted. Like there was someone that had tweeted like drafted one, drafted, play good, tagged one time, out for free agency. Like that's a vicious cycle because there's more running backs coming back in the league. There's brand new ones that are here every year.
And you could draft fresh new young legs. Don't get me wrong. Grade 28 is amazing. He did amazing for us. I'm not even disputing that. I say give him his money. But the way the rate of the draft and the quarterbacks are going and the way the franchises are now wanting to spend money on more important pieces of the line, the running backs aren't getting their just desserts. Those days are over. You're not going to see the big Christian McCaffrey contract. That's out. And that's what they're looking for. And that ain't going to happen, sadly.
I think it depending on the franchise, they could be. But the Giants just paid out a bunch of money. They don't got it. I mean... You can't.
They ain't got it. First of all, they ain't got it.
They paid Daniel Jones a grip of money for
nothing. Well, that's what I'm saying. That Zeke contract they gave him was BS. Like they gave him all that freaking money, and you only ran 26 rush yards last season. You deserve to get cut, and you deserve to get some of your money back. And that's
absolutely.
I don't know.
What's up, Sportsnista? Cassandra said the messed up thing is that these guys, Josh and Saquon, have given pounds of flesh to these teams. They don't 100%. Earn the money, and these teams playing funny. They're playing hella funny, and this is like one of the hardest positions to play, and injury-wise too.
They're playing.
How often do we see these guys dropping like flies in the first month or two of
it's not even only that. With the Josh Jacobs drama, they finessed him. They told him some lies, and they told him some untruths of what he was going to be promised, and that didn't happen. So I understand him being the way he is. He's just not going to get the money he's expected. And like I said, we get a year with Josh and he's gone. Simple as that. And I've come to grips with it. So it is what it is.
They got the money. Well, New York, they're still hesitant. Even though Saquon had a great year last year, he had a mediocre season before. He's been injured 2 times. It's just like, what can you do at this point?
Vegas does have the money, but they rather pay into a rookie that they think is going to be, not injury prone and have some issue. Like, I don't know.
It's a whole thing. Keep your eyes out on the Madden 99 list that's starting to come out. Of course, Aaron Donald got announced his 7th in a row, which outwins Peyton Manning, who had 6 straight. So he's now the record holder for Madden 99 club starts. Justin Jefferson was also announced, as well as the guard for the Cowboys, Zach Martin. There hasn't been a guard named to the 99 club since 2003. Zach may also hold out because he feels he's being underpaid as well. So
listen, that's the league they get.
I would love to have an all-star guard on the Seahawks. You know how amazing that would be to have a powerhouse guard. Like,
oh yeah,
man.
That's my boy Matt Crosby making the 59, number 59 is the top defense.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We got flashed with a few new throwbacks that are coming out. Seahawks, Browns, Vikings. I did want to just show a quick little vid because my Seahawks got that 90s blue coming back in the silver helmet.
From the Kingdome in Seattle, it's the Seattle Seahawks.
Come on, Hawks, let's go!
The Tez. Cortez was in the backfield.
He toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks!
I haven't seen it. I'm going to see the official. Crazy.
You already seen the throwback?
They're fire. They're very fire.
He's hard. Yeah, hey, these are crazy. his hands out of the throwback. Yeah, he's fired. Comes to the Seals, or is not like.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
put my
cool.
order in for the
That's really
Bobby
cool.
Wagner Royal one, so I'm excited for that.
That's
It's
really
very
cool.
Cassandra asked about what do we think? About Candace Parker being out for a minute.
I mean,
I mean, we got a couple good games.
I don't have any issues with it because Kia Stokes is playing up, and we've got a great bench to defend.
And we got a bench. Alicia Clark is in there. And
Right.
I just am curious to know and my thing is what's the problem with Williams too? Like I know it's her back, but is there an end date to this? Like is she coming back at some point, or is she out the season?
I don't know. I think she's out for the season. I don't see it happening unless we go late into the post game season. But not for nothing though, Candace Parker defensively has been amazing.
Yeah,
on the court, and I'm going to miss seeing that type of defense. But the way
the shots weren't really there. She didn't run the court
the shots
well.
aren't there, but the defense is, and that's what really counts because she's made play action happen because of her defense. And so,
but Kia's doing that too.
Kind of a miss a little bit on the court. What's that?
Kia's doing that too.
Yeah, but have you noticed Candace's game got better because of her defense?
I mean, for the 10 to 12 minutes she's out there.
I mean, for the last few days.
Listen, I can't listen. If I was in her shape at that age, I wish I would be.
Listen,
I wish I'd be
38
able to
years
compete.
old. I'm not about to diss her on her defense. I feel like it's noticeable, and I think he is doing a great job. But for Candace to make up for that, for having lousy shots, defense when it happens and when it needs to happen, it's working for her within those few minutes. It's impactful. So it does kind of sting a little bit that she's not going to be there because she's kind of got into a rhythm with this team. But like you said, Kia Stokes is always there to pick up that leg and be better. Yeah. And like I said, Becky's problem to me is that she plays our starters too long, especially when we're in a 20-point lead. She needs to rest them and put them in.
Let them. You don't got to hit the gas when we're up by 20 with
exactly.
With
I need you to sit these girls down second half sometimes and let these bench players come in and get
especially when it comes to road games and we're playing and flying.
Absolutely. Like I just don't understand why she's doing that. She's running them too hard on that because when we get down the stretch, what you gonna do? We need our bench to be just as solid as our starters. Why can't they be just as good, if not even better, when we have secret weapons coming off the bench? We don't have no secret weapons because you don't play them. How do we know?
Because I'm just that she tweaked the back again. But she's never played. But so that was a continued issue from the previous because she never stepped on court.
Maybe
she never
be a mannequin for the rest of the
right. Don't go on the road trips. Don't just sit home. Get healthy.
Just sit something.
Whoever's doctor is the best back doctor out there. Get on that program. I mean, I don't know.
She needs to sit or do something. I don't know.
For sure.
Crazy.
Sports for you asked, what's with the Russell Wilson needs to apologize thing to? I don't know what this is.
What happened?
Russell Wilson needs to apologize to KJ Wright. I don't know
why.
I don't know. If you got more information on this one, they'll let us know because I haven't heard that. Yeah, I didn't hear
Google real quick. I didn't hear that tea.
I need that tea. Oops, what happened? Huh? I didn't hear nothing. I don't see how. Listen. And that's my squad. I didn't hear nothing.
Maybe it was a rumor or something.
I don't even know why. I don't know. Maybe he said something. I mean, I had heard about Russell talking about Coach Pete Carroll, but I didn't hear nothing about him talking about KJ. I don't know. I'm excited for this season.
So people think that Wilson did something. Wilson has something to do with KJ Wright's exit out of the team. Like he engineered and schemed the whole thing to get him out of there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. In order for him to, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
And then they talk
about a lot of the guys left. A lot of the guys were leaving. Oh, what?
When Golden Tate had an affair with Wilson.
Well, that was a long time ago. That wasn't KJ. That was Golden Tate.
No, but they mixed Golden Tate into this story that I'm reading.
Oh, God.
Like it's all of that.
Lame. Shout out to Steph Curry who hit a hole-in-one in the American Century. Did you see that hole in one he hit?
Yeah. What can't Steph Curry do?
I mean, if you can shoot splash, if you're a splash brother on the basketball court, I guess you're a splash brother on the greens. I mean, that was pretty amazing. I couldn't believe it. And then we also had Summer League here, which ended on Monday. We went to the final game on Monday, championship between the Rockets and the Cavaliers. Cavaliers won.
Yeah, they did.
Like people would
Crazy
say,
how
like
the Golden State team didn't win not one game through that whole thing. Or did they win? Not one game.
I don't know. Summer league is always best for the first few days. The last day there, one game, not many people are coming and kicking it. But what I have to say is that those are the championship rings on the left-hand side. However, on the right-hand side, if you notice, this was the halftime show. We watched a cat piggyback on a dog for halftime, and I blew my mind.
Wait a minute. Did the dog just walk on his hind legs the whole
dog
time while
can
the cat
walk
was
on his hind legs with the cat on its back.
How did they do that?
And I tagged him. If you know who these people are, it's this a man and woman, some entertainers from Vegas. This was like their show, their act. I didn't even catch the name because I was so intrigued and dialed in on these two animals. I didn't even get the name, but if you know the name, please let us know. Please send us a tweet or a DM or whatever. But I'm so like just off the wall with this. I just couldn't believe it. It was wild. It was truly wild.
So you mean to tell me that KJ Wright wants Russell Wilson to apologize for possibly spreading a false rumor about Golden Tate? So KJ Wright was on Golden Tate's podcast.
Okay.
And they were talking. So you mean to tell me that he's saying that Russell Wilson owes Golden Tate an apology for possibly engineering or falsifying a rumor that he slept with Wilson's first wife, Ashton, back in the day?
First of all, I don't think Russell was, I feel like Russell should be happy where he's at.
I guess he was telling Russell Wilson talking about, dude, clear my name.
But I don't think it was a KJ. I feel like this was a real thing. I don't think it was like a KJ Wright, made up this whole rumor. Like it was flying around Seattle pretty hard.
It's not KJ Wright making up the rumor. They're saying Russell made up the rumor and needs to apologize. KJ Wright is on Golden Tate's side, and Golden Tate's the one hosting the podcast. They got to talking about Russell, brought up this old ish, and was like, he's wronged a few of us, and especially you, Golden Tate, because he thought you were having this affair with his first wife, and he owes you an apology.
Maybe he just needed that. Maybe he needed that exit out because he left his wife, then met Sierra, left his wife, won a Super Bowl, left his wife, met Sierra. So maybe he needed that exit out or that reason for filing for divorce.
As the pony for that? Like, did Golden Tate get smeared for all this time? I didn't know nothing about it because I don't know nothing about Seahawk drama. I didn't even know why Russell Wilson left his first wife. I'm just now intrigued. I don't know. That they're on
I don't know.
They on a podcast talk bringing up old stuff. So I just was wondering what it was. So John mentioned it and he was into it. So I just had to look. Like that.
Well, I know our friends Brandy and Marisha will be happy for this one. It looks like Marcus Peters to the Raiders.
Yeah, that got announced today.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Dixon who just sent me this text.
Yeah, Mike is the one that posted it. Yeah.
Wild. Well, that's gonna make the Vegas Raiders the bad boys of football.
Yeah, we are the outlaws.
Oh Lord. Let me do a couple sneaker drops before we get into some girl power that I want to share. Okay. We've got 2 colorways of dunks coming out tomorrow. You got the clear jade as well as rose whisper. There was like 10 dunks that dropped in the month of July, a bunch of different colorways. For all of you that love your little Crocs and whatnot, maybe you can help with the pronunciation for this guy is Saleh Burnbury. This is the guy that makes them. He's the designer. And
Burnbury.
Burnbury, yeah. the Croc Polex clog. These will be out tomorrow, as you can see. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people that have seen me in my water shoes now, because I got these in purple. I have these in purple. Shout out to Team A's, Thomas Mason. I know you said, I've had a couple people ask me where I got them. They were on Nike. They've already had 3 colorways. They all sold out in the first day. The black ones drop. This is the Nike ACG Water Cat. These drop in basic black on the 21st. I've worn these on the beach, in the ocean, hiking, to water. They're all-terrain water / hiking shoes. So they are a must if this is what you do. And then, of course, last but not least, I got the not last, sorry, the OG, the UNC toes. These will be out on the 22nd. Where's my other one? Oh, well, I don't have the picture for it, but the Air Jordan 1 Low OGs, the UNC to Chicago women's sizes are going to be out on the 26th. So that's what we got.
All of them ugly.
I don't know. I like the UNC
I'm sure the water
toe.
shoes are comfortable though.
They're comfy, but they're just like, I was literally hiking in Maui, hiking on rocks to get to a place of water to jump in. I never took my shoes off. I hiked. They did its job.
Yeah.
You're perfect. Okay. Yeah. For girl power, I just want to shout out to the U.S. women's national soccer team that's going into the World Cup. The World Cup starts, I believe, Friday. They start against Vietnam on Friday. So out of the 23 players that are on the 2023 roster, 14 of them have never 14 of the players didn't play on the 2019 winning team. They're seeking their 3rd World Cup title in a row, or a 3rd World Cup title. And there's 10 soccer clubs here that are being represented by these women. Of course, Rapinoe, you've got Rodman's daughter, what's her name? Trinity.
Yes.
Who's balling out
Trinity
there.
Rodman,
Alex Morgan, of course. Sophia Smith, who's one of the young ballers on this team, as well as Alyssa Thompson, Sophia Huerta. There's just these ladies are killing it, and I hope they bring it home again.
Sounds like it.
So keep an eye out for that. And where's my other? I had another one.
Jonathan, you traitor. You sold out and got pandas for what?
But did you get them?
I just saw his comment. Shout out to everybody that subscribes to our YouTube channel, by the way, and tap in and join the chat and stuff.
Yeah.
Sold out and got pandas. All right. Welcome to being one of the billionth people with pandas.
Oh yes.
I hope they do you right though. I hope they're comfortable for you and they give you, your boost and confidence and styling and all of that good stuff.
I don't know. I put it on, but Angel Reese is my other one because she is having.
Ever since her life, honey.
She won that championship, she won an ESPY last week. She's thrown out the first pitch for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
She got her own basketball court named after her in Baltimore.
Yep.
Insane.
And the same woman that designed my hat just met with her and designed not only a jean jacket that is fly as all get out, but a basketball with her picture on it. And they posed the other day in it. So
what was it? What hat of yours?
I have a hat, that's my fuchsia hat that says Black and Proud with all the paint artistry. Shout out to artist Sierra Leon. She just did a thing with Angel Reese and met up with Angel Reese and not only did a dope jean jacket for her, but also a basketball with her picture on it. I'm like, oh my God,
I love it.
Everywhere.
Cassandra wanted to see the UNC. These are the UNC OG highs.
Oh, I can see her in those.
I'm gonna see me in these. I got me a couple Tar Heel shirts that are gonna go great with these ones.
Oh my God. 40 Spices back at it again.
Listen,
I think I'm getting grade school in those for sure. That looks like her.
Yeah, they're super cute. And then Cassandra, I don't have the picture, but they also have a Chicago to UNC one. But I know you're a UNC fan, not a Chicago fan. But it's the half black and red and white, and the back half is the UNC, or vice versa. I can't remember.
I mean, Angel Reese, honestly, not for nothing in your comments, she might as well say get the F out of here for WNBA because they're not taking any draft players because they have no expansion plans. Kelsey Plum made that very clear. I understand you guys want to talk expansion, but we still got to talk about these.
We still got
travel issues and
issues,
everything else
yes.
we got going on.
But
it's
Kathy
unfair
seemed to be
those
on
that
it.
come out of the draft that don't have a possibility of getting drafted, or if they get drafted, they're waived. So if she's making money off of NIL deals, who knows what her possibilities could be? And if she goes overseas somewhere safely, she probably will make more money than being in the WNBA for now, you know? Because these girls aren't leaving their slots, and that's the sad thing about it. You got studs.
Well, they're going to have to, yeah.
What's going to happen if Caitlin Clark wants to come? You know what I mean? You can't get her.
Well, they're not going to be able to leave early. That's the case. But when they graduate, here's the deal. Angel's going to take someone's spot. She's going to take someone's spot in the WNBA. They're just not going to like it. That's just the way it's going to be. I mean, you know, that's the charter situation, definitely.
The charter situation. Yeah, that was her whole issue.
Because it pretty much seemed like, even though obviously players want the league to be better or bigger, Kathy was the one that was talking about, there's going to be an expansion. We're working on that. But every player was like, listen, we want to have a bigger league, but we can't have a bigger league till you fix the problems that are in it right now.
Well, you can't even have a bigger league until you turn a profit. Let's see this franchise turn a profit first. And I'm hoping this year is the season that the Aces turn a profit, because they haven't turned a profit yet. Let's keep that in mind, everyone.
Well, hopefully they turn a profit, because the way they sold out all those media seats to make them higher paying seats that you can have a value at, hopefully they've made money off those. So hopefully these players, these other celebs they've got coming, are paying for their seats too, because you're giving out more and more free seats in Gucci Row.
Yeah, you know that ain't happening.
I mean, I'm just saying,
they ain't paying for those seats now. Now you know that answer.
That would be a way to make some revenue.
I mean, it's more than just that. Like, let's get these girls exposure and always be on a televised service stream.
I mean, the merchandise, even, like, you only have one place to pick up their merchandise. It's like at the game.
You don't have no access to the merchandise.
They haven't even opened up the headquarters yet to fans to come buy merch in there yet.
So they don't even have a merch store yet? Is Fan Shop open?
I don't think it's open. It's at their headquarters, but I haven't heard of it, and I haven't seen anyone mention that it's open yet.
But they do plan on opening.
Yeah, because there's a whole shop there. When I went to go check it out, there's a whole team shop in there.
Yeah, the marketing team is very mid. I agree. But they have yet to turn a profit. So no team has turned a profit yet in the league entirely. So I'm just waiting to see when that's going to happen. Because even when we sell out the seats and I hope it's this season for the Aces, because they're selling out seats. Like, it should be always a
and you know them season tickets are going to go higher too.
Yeah,
they go high again next year.
But they're gonna be still reasonable. They're not gonna be over crazy, but they'll be reasonable. But the thing of it is they're still not getting what they need.
Like, I haven't seen nothing on the Sphere about the Aces yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. No one still knows we have a WNBA. There are people that did not know there was WNBA All-Star Weekend here. Everybody's on Summer League. Sphere showed basketballs for Summer League. They was all about that.
Oh, yeah.
The money is there. No money in this WNBA. And it's sad.
I mean, there's no money in the eye they show. There's no money in the Halloween pumpkin they showed. Like, wouldn't be hard to just throw a graphic up there and let it happen. It ain't hard.
Well, to Cassandra's point, the marketing team is mid. If you're not reaching out to MGM and all that, and MGM has no parts with them anymore. And I don't know if they parted ways.
They could be doing a lot better with getting the word out there and doing things. Like, would anybody know that on Saturday they're having a watch party for the Aces game at Hassong's in Boca Park? No. You don't hear about it. Not everybody's on social media, so they can't check your Instagram to see what things are happening.
And you got news networks that didn't even know the Aces had a basketball season going on. It was all about these nights. They didn't know there was a basketball season for the Aces starting. That the sports was over for the city. You can't
Absolutely.
even talk about the lights.
All-Star should have definitely been on the Sphere. Like I said, it doesn't take much. You're gonna have pictures of the world and the sky and whatever else. You got a basketball on there that says NBA Summer League. You could have easily put that orange and yellow ball up there for.
But I wonder how the relationship is with MGM and them, even though they hold venue in MGM. Because remember, MGM was co-owners of this team, and now that they sold, how is that relationship? Because
it should be that. I mean, Mark took it off your hands. You should be happy. If you were losing money, be happy someone took it off your hands. Help support it then. They still leasing or renting out your facilities.
I mean, but did it end ugly? Or did the MGM just not care?
I think the NGO was selling. I think they were selling and he bought it. I don't think like he
No.
just came
I
and
mean,
just.
I'm saying right now, does the MGM just not care? Like, because I'm curious because why wouldn't the marketing team reach out to MGM on the Sphere or MSG? Is that MGM or is it just MSG? That's Billy Dolan, right? Never mind. That's Dolan,
Yeah, I
right?
don't think it's.
So
Yeah.
why couldn't they
I
reach
will
out
say
to
that there was a sign at the airport for the All-Star, which is cool. Like you usually don't see those kind of things for the WNBA
They weren't
inside the
even
airport.
moving motor billboards like they do
Well,
up and down the strip.
do they
saying
even
that
have
it's
those still?
All-Star. Yeah, they do
I don't be
that.
on the strip long enough. I don't be on the strip much anymore.
Yeah, they do that. But
Oh,
they didn't even have that. But the thing of it is okay, so Jimmy Dolan owns MSG. He owns the Knicks. He's part of NBA. So why wouldn't they reach out to Dolan and say, hey, can we?
Because somebody their minds were elsewhere trying to deal with a 1:00 skills challenge and the BS that dealt with that. So they probably weren't even thinking like, oh, dang, the Sphere just started last week. Let's throw up an image. Like, no.
In order for us to do better, we got to have people in place that are passionate about making this a self-awareness thing of having, don't just take a job just to say it's a job. Be behind it.
Find someone else that's better at it.
Right. And who wants to make it grow, who wants to see results. Like, are you not really, I don't know.
I feel like the ACEs and the organization's always out like in the community as far as like schools and stuff are, but you're not doing any events for like the kids aren't buying tickets. Parents and adults are. So why don't you do events more that are geared toward adults that can come and support and realize that, hey, there's a team out here. I should take my kids and buy tickets. You always are at schools and basketball clinics, but you're not focusing on an adult who's the one paying for these tickets.
And
kids
I'm
gonna be happy with
not
whoever
even for
comes.
nothing on TV. I don't even hear radio DJs or MCs talking about the
I don't
ACEs.
even listen to the radio, so that's my problem.
I mean, even still, the local radios don't talk about these girls. Like, I don't hear none of that. NPR does. Shout out to NPR.
Yeah,
they're good.
Yeah.
But the other local stations, not everybody has satellite, but they do listen to
Get
local
on it, Cassandra. She's gonna find out how the Sphere marketing works. We need to tag Sphere and be like, yo.
I mean, I can text my dude that's a project manager for the construction of it, but he probably doesn't know the corporate.
But you know what? The Sphere did have a tweet maybe a couple days ago, like, hey, looking for ideas on what to put. And that's what we need to add that on there.
Or maybe add that on there. Meet with the ACEs. Yeah.
Throw this up on there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be real cool.
Although it's hard to find the right things with a Sphere.
Listen, you could just put that damn basketball up with Wilson or something.
That's it.
Something with the ACEs, championship, something showing them, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
the Knights fans are gonna say something. So got to do something for the Knights too. Can't leave them.
Well,
out.
the Knights will be on there. I mean, the thing is, the Knights didn't win. Well, no, because the Sphere started after it. Like the Knights won.
But why wouldn't they put that up there though? That was recently that they won the Stanley Cup. You think they'd have
but it wasn't sent. No, because this is out. That was before the end. That was like the middle of June. The Sphere just went up over like 4th of July weekend.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The recency of them winning a championship, wouldn't they make that relevant to say, oh?
But I feel like the Sphere's only been geared towards NBA Summer League because that's what's been here since they started, and that's all they've been doing is that or some quirky little pictures or eyes or sky. Like you don't see.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like, if they're gonna do sports teams, why wouldn't they just do a nice one too, like a congrats opening?
Well, yeah, I think they should eventually. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, they should have already.
It was only a few weeks away that it opened. Like, why wouldn't they just bust out with that too?
Mo, those are questions you should be asking of the MSG people.
Because that's what I'm saying. If they do it for the ACEs, they gotta do it for them Knights too, honey, because they're gonna hear about it as well.
All right, y'all. It's been a great show. We love the entertainment. We love everybody joining in. We appreciate you for sticking with us. We'll be back next week. We got a guest to have on the show next week. Make sure you tap in Wednesdays, 7 p.m. We've been going late a little bit, but we're going to try to get back on our schedule at 7. So make sure you tap in. If you're just watching the end, make sure you catch a replay. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to Girl Chat Sports, all one word. Hit us up on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Join the Facebook group. And that's it. And we're out. All right, Mo, thank you.
Thank you so much for tapping in, everyone.
Goodbye.